Hello guys, this is Parodia for YourPokerSchool.com. In this video I'm going to analyze a hand played from my student in 180 main sit and go in Poker Stars on $8 buy-in with a turbo structure. So let's begin. Everyone is folding up to the cutoff and the cutoff is raising small. We can't say anything about his range because villain is unknown. We have only 5 hands for him and basically we don't have any stats. That's why I'm using the universal replayer. Without any stats there is no need to use Hold'em Manager or Poker Tracker. Without any information for villain we can't say anything about his range. He may be raising this way only the weaker hands which he's playing. He can be raising this way his low pocket pairs, his weak suited and offsuit aces, a suited connector, offsuit connectors, gappers and etc. And with his strong pocket pairs, strong aces, his strong broadways like king queen suited, he can be raising much bigger. Of course he can be from the players who are balancing, and he can be raising this way from deuces to aces. Without any information for him we can't say, but often such a small raise is a sign of weakness. But let's say that we can be sure. And we have two options here: to call or 3-bet. Fold is not a valid option, of course. I don't like just calling because our hand is too strong, we want value, so we should 3-bet. Let's see how much we should 3-bet. We are in position, so there is no need to make a big 3-bet. Something like 2-7 to 3x is enough. So something like 130 to 150 chips is more than enough. If we were out of position on the small blind or on the big blind, of course bigger 3-bet is much more suitable for that particular situation, because it's going to be harder for us to play the hand out of position. Let's see what Hero is doing. He's 3-betting to 170 chips, which is a bit too much. I prefer to 3-bet a bit smaller, as I said. And let's see what happened. Only the cutoff is calling us, which is great, of course. We don't want to play in multi-weight pot with our hand. The pot is great, there are not that many draws, and we have top pair, top kicker. Let's see what happens. Villain is checking and Hero is betting not that much. I like that Hero is c-betting. I prefer to make c-bet on the flop, bet again on the turn, and push on the river. I don't like slow playing. I prefer 2 small bets on the flop and on the turn and push on the river. There is no need to slow play. And let's talk about Hero c-bet size. I don't like it that much. Of course it's fine, but I prefer to make it a bit smaller. If we make a big c-bet here, we are going to have a very awkward stack on the turn. It's not going to be small enough to push, and if we made a normal bet, we are going to have too small stack on the river, something like 1/3 of the pot. That's why I prefer to c-bet to something like 160 to 180 chips. Again, bet small on the turn to something like 300 chips in a pot of 700 to 7500. And on the river we are going to have easy decision. We are going to have something like 700 to 750 chips in a pot of something like 1300 1350 chips. We are going to have a great stack to push without over betting. Of course overbet wasn't an issue from the beginning, but let's say also for it. The most important is that we are going to make a normal push without pushing something like 1/3 of the pot. We are going to push only 1/2 of the pot, which is great, of course. That's why I prefer small bet on the flop, small bet on the turn, and push on the river. Also important is that if we make a small c-bet, we can induce a bluff from villain. He can spew with made hand, with some weak draw, even with nothing, just to take the pot. That's why also I prefer the smaller c-bet than the bigger one, especially in 3-bet pot in this dry board. And let's see what happens. And villain is folding. We are getting the chips, which is great, of course. YourPokerSchool.com. It was straight ABC poker, 3-bet pre-flop and c-bet on the flop. So this was for the hand. I want to talk a few things about it. The hand wasn't hard at all, of course, but the important things here were the bet sizes, because in such a hands we can make small mistakes, but they are going to cost us sometimes a lot. That's why we should focus on our bet sizes. We should not be greedy by making very big bet sizes, and we should not be greedy by making very small sizes to milk our opponent. We should make a good sizes suitable for the particular situation. I'm waiting your feedback in the commentary section. Also in the description I'm going to put the link for the forum thread of this video, and we can discuss it there if you have any questions, you are not agree with something in this video, or you want to add something. This was Antoine for YourProfessionalPokerSchool.com. Good luck on the tables, guys. See you soon.